everybody, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel where we will be starting yet another, well, card game playthrough. Yeah, I got this in the mail last week. Finally got the final expansion for Sentinels of the Multiverse, OblivAeon, which came with this. Well, I kickstarted at a level that gave me this nice, lovely box. I'm just going to back up a little bit because you can see it's massive. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's a drawer I don't have in there, mostly because I have all the tokens on the other side of the table. But yeah, you can see, got a place for all. Is that even showing up? No, that's okay. Let's do this one. There we go. All possible Sentinels of the Multiverse cards. And I thought, what the heck? Let's try to fight OblivAeon on camera. Probably staggeringly unwise. Because this is... There's a lot going on when you fight OblivAeon. It's basically the Sentinel Comics universe version of Crisis on Infinite Earths, if you're a comic person. And yeah, there's so much going on in so many places. I've done one play against OblivAeon, made a huge amount of mistakes. I'll probably screw up during this. It's still a learning experience because there's so much to keep track of. I'm going to make plenty of mistakes. However, I'll probably make mistakes both in my favor and against me. So I'm hoping they'll all cancel out because I'm bound to forget something. So yeah, let's go over to the rest of the table. We'll go over a bit about the setup and how we win this sucker, or don't win this sucker. And depending on how long that goes, we may or may not do one turn in this video. But we'll see. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of space on my table right now because I've had to spread stuff out because there is so much going on. And all of this will be filled with stuff eventually. And bad things happen. Normally, in Sentinels, you lose when all your heroes are incapacitated. Some villains and environments have extra ways to lose. Basically, the way we lose against OblivAeon, put that there so it's not a completely blank space, is there are 5 environments that we have to basically protect. Well, I think if 4 of those environments are destroyed, yeah, if an environment is destroyed and we go to replace it and there are no more, basically OblivAeon has destroyed the multiverse and we lose. Heroes will become incapacitated, but we can just keep throwing more heroes at them. Kind of like Crisis on Infinite Earths, just keep throwing them at random, and hopefully we'll get stuff done. There's actually 2 places where action happens. There is over here the first battle zone, which has its own environment and villain area. There's something there. We'll get to that eventually. And on the other side, we have a second battle zone, which has its own environment and eventually plenty of villain stuff for us to combat there. Things are either in one battle zone or the other. Things in one battle zone can only affect other things within that one battle zone, whether they be heroes or villains or the environment of the card, unless something says otherwise, your yeah, effects only happen to one or the other. If it, for example, if OblivAeon does a huge amount of damage to everything around him, it and they're over in Battle Zone 1, it doesn't matter what's over here. That's not going to get hurt. Yeah, the usual 3 to 5 heroes, and doing 3 because it's going to be complicated enough as it is. All we'll do is we'll go over the setup, and that way I'll talk about all the different components to this. First thing, of course, is everybody chooses a hero. So let's have a quick look at our heroes, our starting heroes. And yeah, we won't necessarily look at all their cards in detail. Just going to kind of play them when I decide to play them. But let's see who we've got. Now, I am choosing the heroes randomly, which may or may not be wise. With one slight tweak, I wanted to make sure that we started off with at least one hero, one new hero from the set, because, well, I want to explore them and experience them. So, but first up we have Knife, Scottish, I believe, ex-Marine type. I don't think they have the Marines per se in Scotland, but anyway, she's Scottish. She's a military type who, if I recall, sort of has always been vaguely aware that something temporarily big is on the horizon, i.e. OblivAeon. She's sort of sensed it on some level. And her power is going to be Energy Lance. Power, Knife deals one target 2 energy damage. Hero number 2 is Fnatic, our apparent angel, with her awesome sword, if we can get that out of her deck. This is a variant. Oh yeah, that's something else. The Kickstarter level I was at gave me all possible hero variants, which is good for this, because when if, for example, if Fnatic gets incapacitated, we can replace her with a different version of Fnatic later on. Anyway, this is the Prime Wardens Fnatic. Part of her is the Prime Wardens team. I believe they were sort of environmentally based. Sort of the elementally based, if I remember correctly. Anyway, she has Resolute power. Fnatic deals herself 3 radiant damage. Ouch, not good. However, play the top card of your deck, and one hero may use a power. That would include her if she had another power available. Hero number 3 is, and this is a new one that came with the OblivAeon set, the Harpy. She actually used to be a villain. Yeah, all the new heroes that came with OblivAeon are actually former villains who have decided, hey, this guy's bad. We are literally all going to die. How about we fight on the side of the angels right now? Quite literally in the case with Fnatic. Yeah, she used to be the matriarch, and she controlled birds like crazy. She was always a pain to fight. But now she's had some training with Nightwing, one of our mystical characters, who has helped her gain a little bit more control, because she was always a little bit crazy. Arcane Blast, power. The Harpy deals 1 target 2 infernal damage. Had not played her yet, so I may be absolutely in trouble using her. She comes with these double-sided tokens that I have no idea how they work. But we will find out as we play her. I'm crazy. Alright, yes, after choosing your heroes... Oh right, I didn't go over what their hit points were, but you saw them on the cards. The next thing to do is, right, we are shuffling basically all the villain cards, so let's have a look at what they involve. All right, the decks involved. There's OblivAeon has his own deck. There's the Aeon Men, which are basically like little minions that are, well, I say little, human-sized minions that are basically made of OblivAeon's energy. There's not a specific point at which these cards are played. Other cards will tell us when to put those out. And they're just basically a little swarm of really annoying things. The Sion deck, OblivAeon's Scions, will play those on his turn, on their turn, and this is really cool. I like these. There's the Missions deck. Heroes can grab the top one of these in an effort to, well, if we can do the objective, and there's a nice little bit of story explaining what part of the crazy multiverse we're in. And if you do what it says there, you turn it over and you get a reward. Sometimes it's a character, let's just have a quick, and other times it's, well, basically just a card that you can put into play. These will often go into your deck. Sometimes they'll just be in play right away. I'll just reshuffle that because we saw what the top one was going to give us. So yes, there are ways to get that. We'll go over that when the time comes. And we set up the OblivAeon character card, which is actually an entire booklet because he changes many times. It's basically got 3 forms, and we can really only beat him for good on the last form. Yeah, so we've done that. Then well, I'm going to jump ahead in the setup. We have chosen a shield card. There are a number of these. We choose one for him, pretty much at random. The Effusion of Pain, OblivAeon Shield Phase 1, which has given us a starting Sion. Bore the Unstable. We can't hurt him while this is in play. We have to do stuff to get it to flip, and then do stuff to get it to go away. I'm not sure exactly what the conditions are on those. I haven't looked properly. Right, next to OblivAeon's character card, you may notice he starts with 10,000 HP. I don't think they seriously intend you to beat him at that point. It was a little worrying when punching out all the cardboard bits and seeing, oh, 1,000, and there's a lot of them. Yeah, starts with 10,000 HP. We don't really need to. Probably don't really need to track the damage at that point, but what the hey, they gave us the option. Okay, then we set up. We're going to have a look at our battle zones. Okay, battle zone 1. All our heroes start here. Each of us has a little token to remind us whether we're hero 1, 2, or 3. And we all start in battle zone 1, as does OblivAeon. He comes with his own little stand because he is who he is. He gets all the sweet perks. Each zone will have its own environment and its own villain area. The environment we're starting with here is the Time Cataclysm. Again, I've chosen these randomly, making sure that I have one new one from the box. Yeah, so we're going to start there, and over in Battle Zone 2, we'll be starting with, yeah, the one that I haven't done, Champion Studios. Yes, we're going to be fighting him in a movie studio, which seems silly, but there it is. Right, and we are starting with one of his Scions, Bore the Unstable, Villain Sion Volatile Harvester, and Mainstay from the actual team called Sentinels. Get back, Ansel. It's about to go down, and that's not a good thing. So we start on his front side, of course. Gameplay. First time this card is dealt damage each turn, put a token on this card. Increase damage dealt by this card by the number of tokens on this card. So we probably want to hit him hard so we don't build those up. If this card would be destroyed, flip it, At the end of this villain turn, put a token on this card, so that's going to build up anyway. Then this card deals each hero target in the play area, right, in this battle zone, with the most rewards, 1 fire damage. Increased horribly. I thought there, oh right, I'm not doing advanced. This is hard enough as it is. I never play this game on advanced. It's just, yeah. Do not. Right, having set those up. Right, so that's a Sion. The rest of them go under the Sion Reserve. Well, I probably shouldn't look because I randomized them slightly. See, it lets us know the round order. We'll experience that first time. Also, whenever an environment is removed from the game, bad stuff happens. That environment goes away completely. OblivAeon moves there if he's not already there. Put the next environment deck into play. Again, if we can't, we lose. And OblivAeon deals each target 20 irreducible infernal damage. Now that'll include any villains except himself. He's immune to himself. And again, if heroes drop, we are able to replace them. You're supposed to shuffle them and put them under. It does say if you want to make things a little bit easier, you can arrange them by difficulty, and you draw from the bottom, so I put all the easiest ones on the bottom because this is already hard enough. Yeah, I did shuffle all the easiest ones, and then the next easiest ones, and put them like that. So hopefully we'll have some kind of chance. Yes, we've done the environments, and then finally, where we have a proper look at how OblivAeon will start off, the Inevitable Destruction card. This little countdown is going to start on 6. If it goes down to 0, as the rulebook says, terrible things happen. Also, at the start of OblivAeon's turn, if there are 12 or more devastation tokens, and I've got a number of those nearby, little fists, punch! They're punching the universe. Remember, like Superboy Prime and punching reality. If there are 12 or more tokens at the start of the OblivAeon's turn, we remove 12, then remove the environment in the battle zone with OblivAeon from the game. So we've got a couple of ways to lose environments. That's bad. Alright, so what else have we got to go over? Well, really the last thing for setup is going to be, seeing what OblivAeon is like on his first form. Here we are. So, say, right, setup. This booklet is OblivAeon's villain character card. At the start of the game, follow the OblivAeon game setup rules. We have done so. To begin the game, turn to the next page and set OblivAeon's HP to 10,000. Oh yeah, there's his nemesis icon. Oh yes, that's another thing. It came with these nice old... Sometimes it's hard to remember that you have a nemesis in play, so we've got these little tokens to put on your heroes just to remind them that they take and do more damage. So the only nemesis we've got in play at the moment is going to be the Harpy versus OblivAeon, but we can't hurt him yet. Right. The end has come, I'll say. At the start of OblivAeon's turn, move the countdown token 1 space along the countdown track towards 0. OblivAeon is immune to damage dealt by OblivAeon. Increased damage dealt by him by 3, because we're starting with 3 heroes. When the shield card is removed from game, each player in the game, it says in the game, so it doesn't matter what battle zone you're in, may draw 1 card, remove X devastation tokens from the inevitable countdown card, where X equals the number under the countdown token. Then move the countdown token to 6, shuffle OblivAeon's trash into OblivAeon's deck, and turn to the next page. So we really want that. We got to get rid of his shield. We'll have a good look at that in a moment to see what we need to do for it. When the countdown token reaches 0, or if OblivAeon would be destroyed. So if we do 10,000 HP to him, no, not going to happen. Follow the environment removal rules on the top card of the Sion deck. Move the countdown token to 5, and then turn the page. So yeah, we really want that, not that. Whenever a Sion is removed from the game, in either battle zone, put the bottom card of the Sion reserve in that battle zone. So in this form anyway, they're going to keep coming back. I'm already noticing a lot of things that I screwed up in the first... my first playthrough. Again, I'll make mistakes. Then, at the end of OblivAeon's turn, play the top 3 cards of the Aeon Men deck in the other battle zone, so where he isn't. Then OblivAeon destroys any Aeon Men where he is, which is bad because if he destroys them, other effects happen. Then add 1 devastation token to the inevitable destruction card. So yes, there he is. He's starting with a nice whopping 10,000 HP. Let's take a look at his shield to see what we need to do to get rid of it. Aeon is immune to damage. At the end of OblivAeon's turn, move OblivAeon to the other battle zone. Each target there deals itself 2 infernal damage. That's villains and heroes. That's everybody. If 3 hero targets are dealt damage this way, flip this card. Okay. I think we can do that. That's why it's the effusion of pain, isn't it? We have to take the pain onto ourselves. Yeah, I think we can do that. We might be able to flip his shield pretty quickly, actually. All right. So hopefully that was coherent. And let me see how much time this has taken. And we may or may not do a turn. Yeah, I think we'll do a turn. First off, though, let's see what we have on our the top of our objective deck. You can only have 1 of these at a time. You can have as many rewards, but only 1 objective per hero. Something else I was screwing up last time I played. Demand of the Gods. The Ennead, oh, they're the Egyptian, they're the bad Egyptian gods. All turn to see Ra blazing like the sun. Oh yeah, there he is, blazing like the sun. It is the hour to set aside petty squabbles. We must be gods now more than ever. Impress the Ennead of the emergency, or the urgency of the situation. So our objective would be at the end of your turn, if at least 3 cards were destroyed this turn. Okay, they don't have to be our own, just any cards. Flip this card. If not, you may move this card to another hero's area. Oh, okay, so we can keep passing it on from hero to hero in the same zone, of course. That one sounds kind of tricky, though. At least to start with. We don't have very many cards to destroy. So, there are ways to cycle through those, though. We'll see that when the hero's turn comes up. Alright, let's do a turn. First thing, we'll just use the Sion reserve deck, because it says, round order. Okay, OblivAeon is going to go first. As usual, any start effects will play the top card of his deck, and any end effects. So, start effects, well, the Inevitable Destruction card does not have 12 or more devastation tokens, so that's not a problem. Right, at the start of OblivAeon's turn, move the countdown token 1 space along the count towards 0. So, we are now down to 5. Got to stop that. That's it for the start. So what we're going to do now is play. Yep, it's our first card of the game. Summon Sion. Oh, marvelous. 1 shot. Put the bottom card of the Sion reserve into this battle zone. Then play the top 2 cards of the Aeon Men deck. Return my creation. though your existence need not be quite so long this time. Ooh, okay. So we're going to take the bottom one out, and we have Faultless, who, yeah, villain Sion, Husk of Order. It's the opposite of everything it was meant to be, and it seeks to twist reality to match. That's a quote from Writhe, also part of the Sentinels team. 39 HP. Gameplay. At the start of this villain turn, which we haven't reached yet, each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage. Bleh. If this card would be dealt an even amount of damage, reduce it by 1. If this card would be destroyed, flip it. At the end of this villain turn, this card deals each hero target in the play area with the most rewards 3 radiant damage and 1 infernal damage. Alright, so that is going to go over into Battle Zone 1. Back in a moment. Okay, there we are. We now have 2 Scions to deal with. Duh. And we're going to play the top 2 cards of the Aeon Men deck, which are going to go into play in this area, because that's where OblivAeon is. So we're going to get an Aeon Locus, 6 HP, Aeon Man. At the end of this villain turn, each Aeon Man other than this card regains 1 HP if no targets regain HP this way. Play the top card of the Aeon Man deck. If OblivAeon destroys this card, move OblivAeon to this battle zone. Okay, is it possible he'll be elsewhere? And play the top card of OblivAeon's deck. Maintain. Direct, it says. Oh, that's the Aeon Master. Oh, right, he's a Sion. He's sort of like a general for these guys. And, oh, and another. So we got 2 of those. That area. So we kind of want them hurt so that they don't keep spawning more. we want to give it a chance to heal things. Alright, that was OblivAeon's card. Then, at the end of OblivAeon's turn, we'll get to the shield in a moment, play the top 3 cards of the Aeon Men deck. Oh, right. In the other battle zone. Then, yeah, here's the badness. OblivAeon destroys any Aeon Men here. Then we're going to add devastation tokens. So, 1 step at a time. We are going to put these 3 into Battle Zone 2. We have an Aeon Thrall. At the end of this villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. If OblivAeon destroys this target, each villain target regains 2 HP. Hold up. We're supposed to be doing cooler stuff than just punching, right? Thank you, guys. AKA Deadpool. Another Aeon Thrall and an Aeon Vassal. At the end of this villain turn, this card deals the 3 hero targets with the highest HP 1 energy damage each, and if OblivAeon destroys this card, we add a devastation token to the inevitable destruction card. The Harpy says, their numbers overwhelm us. If we cannot drive them back, I may lose control. Alright, so those will go over to the other area. Give them tokens in a moment. Then, yep, he destroys these 2. And what did it say when he destroys them? Well, the first one, move OblivAeon to this battle zone. He's already here. And play the top card of OblivAeon's deck. We're going to play 2 cards for OblivAeon's deck. Technically, well, we should do them 1 at a time, because timing is often important, so that is going to go away. You can see how, especially at the start of the game, it's a little overwhelming for the heroes. Bad stuff just builds up like crazy the first time. Oh, good. An ongoing. Focus of Power. I haven't seen this. Ongoing. Play this card in the other battle zone's villain play area. We will do that. At the end of that villain turn, where it belongs, if OblivAeon is in this battle zone, add 1 destruction token to the inevitable destruction card, and play the top card of OblivAeon's deck. Tachyon. Readings show enough potential energy to wipe out all matter in the solar system multiple times over. So that goes into the other zone. This one is destroyed. And we play another one. One shot. Tear through reality. Ooh, that looks very bad, doesn't it? Move OblivAeon to the battle zone with the most hero targets. Well, he's already there, because we're all in this zone. OblivAeon deals each target 2 energy damage and 2 psychic damage. Then we'll add 1 destruction token to the inevitable destruction card. Parse. No. Stop. It won't be that easy. This is different. Far worse than we know. Alright, so, well, everybody is going to take, well, essentially 4 damage. Oh, wait, no. He's increased damage by 3. Haha. Have to remember that. There's just 3 of us, so that's going to do. Okay. So, all of our heroes, because we have no way to mitigate damage yet, we haven't had a chance to play a card, is essentially going to take 10 damage. 2 plus 3, and then 2 plus 3. So, that's going to put... Knife down to this. She's down to 20. Fnatic over there. She's going to take 10, so that puts her down to 19. And Harpy is going to be down to 16. Yeah, 26 minus is going to be 16. That's just peachy. There we go. And we're going to add our first token to the Inevitable Destruction card. And we're going to add one more because that was only... yeah, that's him just destroying the Aeon Man. Then add 1 token to the Inevitable Destruction, putting us up to 2. Already, but his turn's not quite over yet because the shield, at the end of OblivAeon's turn, move OblivAeon to the other battle zone. Each target there deals itself 2 infernal damage. If 3 hero targets are dealt damage this way, flip this card. Well, that's not going to happen because we're all over in the first zone. Well, let's go over to zone 2. Now, there's no heroes here, but there are targets, and it does say each target in this battle zone. So the Aeon men are actually going to hurt themselves. So they're going to each deal themselves 2 infernal damage. And I think that is finally the end of OblivAeon's turn. That was not a good start, but I can't imagine there's ever a good start to this. Okay, now it's time for the heroes, finally. Alright, heroes in order, starting with Knife. Now, it comes with this handy-dandy reminder card because we can do some extra stuff. Yes, hero start a turn phase. First, you can move from one battle zone to the other. I think we might want to do that, so we can go follow OblivAeon, except we can't hurt him. And we want to be here when he comes back next turn, so that we can actually take that damage and weaken the shield. Hopefully. Then, what we can do is, we can take an objective, we can take the top objective off the mission deck. We can swap one out that we have by putting it at the bottom of the deck and taking the top one. We can trade with another, trade an objective with another hero in the same area, and you both do have to have one. You can't just give one to somebody unless it says otherwise, like that top card. We can shuffle the mission deck if we're not wild about what's on top, and I think I might do that. we can use an incapacitated ability if we have a hero who's been knocked out. They'll still stay in our player zone, and we can use one of those. Or finally, if there's an old reward from a previous hero that is still with them, again, they'd be underneath that card, we can gain that. Now, I think, yeah, I'm not going to move. I'm counting on OblivAeon coming back next turn. Hopefully he doesn't pop back and forth with his card. And yeah, I'm not... That one's gonna take a while to do. I think it's too early in the game for that. So instead, I'm going to turn upside down, and we are going to shuffle. Won't be able to take one, but we might end up with a better choice. Expedition to Atlantis. Many a villain used the ruins of Atlantis as a staging location for their terrible plots. Recently, the Prime Wardens set up a base here, but unexplored parts of the ruins still house so many secrets. Whenever a hero card is discarded, add 1 token to this card. Okay. At the end of your turn, each player, again where you are, may discard up to 2 cards, and when we have, in our case, 5 tokens on the card, we can flip it. That sounds a little more doable, but Knife can't take it because she's already done her special action. Now I'm going to look at my cards and decide what to do with Knife. Okay, going to play her Focusing Conduit Blade. Equipment limited, increase energy damage dealt by Knife by 1. There's a power on it, deal 1 target 3 energy damage, then destroy this card. And when this card is destroyed, you may play an equipment card. Sometimes it's incorrect across swords. Most times it is. Okay, so I'll put that into her play area. So now her power, I'm going to hold on to that because she's got some other energy giving, energy damage causing cards in her hand. I want to save it for that. So for her power, we're going to use her energy lance and do, in this case, 3 energy damage to something in our area. Okay, we're going to do it. I don't know if I want to hit Bore the Unstable yet, because it's just going to start adding tokens to him. If I do little bits of damage, it's going to build up way too fast. I want to wait till I can really clobber him with something. So, yeah, I'm going to do it against Faultless in that case, which is a bit of waste of the extra damage because we reduce by 1 if it's, oh wait, if it would be dealt an even amount. No, I had it backwards. We're doing the odd amount, so we definitely want to hit him. So we're going to take, yeah, we're going to do 3 to Faultless. Then Knife will draw a card. Flawless Execution. Oh, okay. Yeah, she can do that last little bit for free. And that concludes Knife's turn. Now, Hero 2. Okay, Fnatic. Gonna stay where she is. Again, we're hoping next turn OblivAeon will come over and do stuff so we can get rid of his shield. I'm just going to take the Expedition to Atlantis. Whenever a hero card is discarded, right, add a token. And when we get 5 on here, end of each turn, each player may discard up to two cards. So yes, we'll do that. And then what I'm actually going to play is Divine Focus. Ongoing limited. At the start of every turn, you may discard a card. So not everybody has to get rid of stuff. Fnatic deals a villain target with the highest HP 2 radiant damage. At the start of your turn, Fnatic may deal herself 4 fire damage. I don't think we're going to do that. If she takes no damage, this way destroy this card. Feel the undying wrath of the Lord, says Fnatic. Now we're going to put that into play. Then, for power, we're going to take a chance on Resolute. Going to deal herself 3 radiant damage. Ugh. And then we are going to play the top card, which is Divine Focus again. So we're going to discard that card rather than play it. So, guess what? We get to put a token on already. Nice. Because we couldn't play it. We had to discard it. And then, going to draw a card. And, yeah, so at the end of the turn, we can have people discard cards if they want to. Yeah, those are all pretty good. Oh, except she's going to want to discard them to use Divine Focus. Well, let's make absolutely certain we don't lose that one, because she can actually do some damage with that. And each one can discard, so everybody can discard up to 2 cards. Knife, well, she might as well discard one of these 2 Flawless Executions because they're limited. She can only have one in play. So she's going to discard that. Let's just put another token on there. Not going to have Fnatic do it because she's going to discard them anyway for upcoming turns. And Harpy, well, Harpy, I don't know if there's anything I want to discard. I have no idea. I don't know which cards are good for her, so I feel like I can't actually get rid of any. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. That isn't working out as well as I'd hoped. Well, that's okay. So be it. Right, so that's it for Fnatic's turn. Over to the Harpy. Right, I just had to double check about the Harpy and how these start. There's Avian side and Arcana side on her token. She starts with 3 Arcana and 2 Avian. So, okay. Set up. Start of turn. Again, we're going to hope OblivAeon comes back to join us during his next turn and causes us to take damage, forcing him to lose his shield. Let's see. I think she may in fact just take this next objective card, mission card. I just want to check to see. Yeah, let's give this a go. The Tiny Alien, that'd be Skyscraper. And the Rogue Agent, that'd be Knife. Slide evenly and silently down the line. For this infiltration job, all will have to go exactly according to plan. What can you grab from the filter facility? Ooh, no, I don't know what's behind most of these. Objective, at the end of your turn, you may reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If you reveal at least 3 different keywords this way, discard the revealed cards and then flip this. If not, shuffle your revealed cards back into your deck, so at least you don't lose them. So she's going to take control of that. Now we're still on the start of her turn, so I think we're going to have, yeah, the start of every turn, Fnatic is going to discard Divine Sacrifice, which is a little risky to be using anyway because it will redirect all kinds of damage towards her, which would be terrible. So, having discarded that, we're going to add a 3rd token to Expedition to Atlantis. And she's going to do 2 HP of radiant damage to the villain with the highest HP. That is going to be 30... Yeah, it's going to be faultless, which means, because it's even, it's only going to do 1. That's just too bad. Putting him, I think it's a him, can't really tell with a lot of these, down to 35. Alright, so now to decide what to do with Harpy, the rest of Harpy's turn. Alright, I think, in preparation for using some more cards in future, going to play Hugin and Munin, her crow avatar. I'm not sure what they are. 9 HP. Avian Companions. If there are 3 or more avian tokens, there's only 2 right now, but if there are 3 or more, increase projectile damage dealt by the harpy by 1. At the end of your turn, either flip a control token, so we'll be able to make it 3, or this card deals 1 target 2 projectile damage. The Scholar, who's basically like a mystical version of the Dude. They have been with you all along, dual aspects of your personality and your power. So we're going to put that into play. I'll give it some HP tokens off camera. Then we're going to use her... Oh, just realized something I wanted to do was put that on there to indicate she's a nemesis with somebody. Going to use her, deal 1 target 2 infernal damage. Again, I know I have to start hitting Boar, but I don't want to hit him a little bit. So we're going to do that to Faultless. Unfortunately, it's even, so it's going to go down to 1. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, just getting appropriate tokens put there. And then she's going to draw a card. Mystical Outburst. Flip all of those except 1. Okay, well, we'll see what to do about that. And then, end of turn. Fingers crossed, we're going to try the heist. We're going to reveal top the cards of our deck and hope 1 shot. Yeah, okay, we have 3 different keywords. 1 shot, ongoing limited, and 1 shot again. But we have 3 right there. So, we discard them. This is going to be a twofer because by discarding 3, we're going to put, we'd put 3 more tokens on this, but we'll hit 5. So that means Fnatic's reward will kick in. So we just discarded a bunch. Okay, she has discovered the Atlantean Conduit reward relic. At the end of your turn, you may draw a card and use a power. Haka says, I am not one for trinkets, but the power from this bit of metal is quite invigorating. Alright, so that's nice for her. And we also... Yeah, flip this card. It doesn't say put it in hand. It just says flip the card, so it goes into play right away. Oh, the Infinity Cannon. Reward equipment gun. This would have been best for Expatriate, obviously, but she's not here. As a power, either draw a card or play an ammo card, and then your hero deals 1 target 5 energy damage. That's nice. Any number of ammo cards may be in play next to this card. Again, that would only count for expat. Who says, are you kidding me? This ridiculous gun is amazing. Talk about your silver linings. So, alright, well that was good. Something nice happened for 2 of our characters. We got some rewards. Right, I did draw a card, end of turn. Alright, that's it for the heroes. Now we're going to go through the battle zones. On to Battle Zone 1. Alright, something to note for the battle zones. Well, it's not the villain turn yet, so we'll wait until that happens. So, the environment always goes first. So we'll just play the environment as usual. Oppressive Smog. Anomaly. Reduce all HP recovery by 2. At the start of the environment card, a player may discard 1 card to destroy this card. If we want our healing back, yeah. So let's say the Heavy Smog settled over downtown Rook City. Yeah, there's the Wraith. The evil which lurked in every alley would encounter little resistance tonight, unfortunately for the Wraith. So, not much happens there, which means we move on to the villain side. At the start of the villain turn, if there are more Scions than heroes, there are not, add 1 devastation token to the inevitable destruction card for each Scion here. Not an issue. Another reason not to move to follow, follow OblivAeon. We do note, however, that when a Sion is removed from the game, we get to take a Devastation token away, and whenever a hero is incapacitated, we have to add a Devastation token, which is terrible. Now, these Scions get their turn. So, well, oh, hold on. Start of villain turn. Each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage. So that's going to be, well, it's going to be Hugin and Munin as well. So everybody is going to lose 1. Yes, it wasn't energy, so Knife still just does 1 to herself. Okay, then we play, if there are any Scions in the villain area, we play a Sion card. Aeon Assault, 1 shot. Play the top card of the Aeon Men deck. Move any Aeon Men in the other battle zone to this battle zone. Well, poop. The Sion with the highest HP deals the hero target with the highest HP X energy damage. Oh, where X is the number of Aeon Men here. And the Aeon Master commands life, death, consume. Well, first things first, we play 1. It's another Aeon Vassal. 5. Then all the other Aeons are going to be dragged over from area 2. Not all in shot, that's all in shot. Right, then the Sion with the highest HP, that's going to be Boar. Oh, it's a good thing we didn't have any tokens on him yet. Yikes. Because that increases his increased damage by number of tokens. Okay, so he's going to do 4 damage to the hero target with the highest HP. 15, 15. That's going to be Knife at 19. So that's going to be 4. Fortunately not increased yet. Alright, that was that. Blech. You can see how this is going to be a huge challenge to win. Then we hit the end of turn. So you do the Scions first, then the Aeon Vassals. So, Boar the Unstable at the end, put a token on the card, then this card deals each hero target in the play area with the most rewards. That's going to be a tie between Fnatic and the Harpy. They each have 1. 1 fire damage. It's actually going to be 2 because of the token. I think we're going to do it to Fnatic simply because she has less targets. She's a lone target. Yeah, for Harpy it would hurt her and her avian companions. So that's 2. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So she's down to 13. I don't think we'll be using her Resolute anymore. Oh, I forgot about this. You know what? I like all those cards rather a lot, so I don't think she's going to actually be using her Divine Focus anymore. I mostly wanted it as an excuse to discard a card and still do damage. Right, then Faultless. At the end of this villain turn, this card deals each hero target in the play area with the most rewards, 3 radiant damage and 1 infernal damage. Okay, I should have done that differently. Yeah, I'm still going to go with heroes are going to die. Well, be incapacitated, so I'm just going to have to accept that. So that means it's going to do 4 damage. I'm going to choose Fnatic again. 4 damage, so it's 5 and 6. That leaves her at 9. I think we're going to lose her. Then, the Aeon Men, in order at Send. This card deals 3 hero targets with the highest HP, 1 energy damage each. So that will be Knife, Harpy, and a tie between Fnatic and Hugin and Moonin. Oh no, it will be Fnatic. Okay, so it's going to be our 3 main heroes. Give me a moment to arrange tokens. Okay, that's done. This does not look good for our heroes. Then the first thrall, hero target with the highest HP gets 2 melee damage. That's going to be a tie between Knife and Harpy. Well, it's going to happen twice in a row, so it's just going to chain to the 2 of them, so they will each lose 2 from those. And then, yes, the 3 highest get 1 more, so that's definitely going to be Harpy and Knife still. And now it's a tie between Fnatic and Hugin and Mugen. Alright, Fnatic. Sorry. You know what? No. Let's say Hugin and Moonin for that last one. I might use that as a last-ditch effort, because she's probably going to die, so she might as well, except it's going to wipe out all our cards as well. Anyway. Okay, that's it for Zone 1. Now, do Zone 2 and finally wrap up this turn. Now this should be a lot quicker, because we don't have any villains, although we're going to have an OblivAeon effect. So, first thing we do, now I don't know what Champion Studios is like, so we're going to reveal Deadly Choice, Conflict. At the start of each hero turn, but there are no heroes here, so it won't count, that hero may deal themselves 1 psychic damage to discard the top card of their deck. If a one-shot is discarded this way, destroy this card. At the start of the environment turn, deal each target 3 fire damage to 3 projectile damage, then destroy this card. Okay. Well, as long as we don't go over here, we're okay. What does it say? This just ain't quite right. Well, what is it, Jim? What do you see? Tachyon said through his earpiece. Well, the thing is, they're all red wires, and there's a whole heap of them. Okay, villain. Well, we have no Sions, so that's not an issue. Nothing actually happens. We don't have any Sions to play a Sion card. However, at the end of this villain turn, if OblivAeon is here, and now he is, thanks guys, add a devastation token to the destruction card, and we'll play the top card of his deck. Marvelous. So that's going to put us up to 3. And one shot. Oh, man. Temporal fractures. Oh, yeah, it's a whole bunch of knives. Move the countdown token 1 space towards 0. Well, things just got harder. The target with the lowest HP, the only target in this zone is OblivAeon. Other than itself, deals each non-villain target other than itself 2 energy damage. Then if any hero cards were dealt damage this way, move those heroes to the other battle zone. Crivens, this is not what I was hoping for here. Okay, so at least nothing happened there except the counter going down. We didn't take any damage because we're all hanging out by the time cataclysm. Okay, we'll zoom out and wrap up this rather lengthy episode. Yeah, so as you can see, things filled up pretty quickly, at least on that side. And yeah, it's chaos, isn't it? I really hope I'm managing to stay on top of everything. Doesn't help that I foolishly gave myself an environment and a hero I'm unfamiliar with, so I have to learn them. But yeah, I hope that was fairly coherent and wasn't too terribly long, and that you guys didn't mind me nattering on the whole thing. Yeah, it went on a while. So, yeah. I hope you guys are okay with watching this huge mess. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. I appreciate it. And we will see you next time for yet another round of Sentinels of the Multiverse as we fight OblivAeon.